The biggest thing that holds people back from creating the most amazing thing that they can think of for themselves and for the world is liking their current life so much that they're not actually willing to take that step. So maybe we feel like we literally do not have the resources or the means in order to do what we can think of within ourselves. You don't need to have everything to get started. Just take a first step. Hi guys, welcome to You Are, a place to help you unlock who you really are in a way that's integrated and holistic. My name's Yuna and I'm so glad you're here. So I wasn't actually meant to record anything today, but I was on YouTube and I came across a short and I feel so passionate about the thoughts that I had after that short that I thought, let me hop on and record really quickly. So on this short, there was this man who was asked, are you happy in life? And he said that, well, that's kind of hard to answer. He was in his late 50s and he said, I love my wife very much. And then he went on to explain how he was doing well in his job, or he made it seem like he was doing okay in his job and okay in his life, but he really regrets that he never pushed the boundaries, that he never expanded. He feels like he didn't evolve in his life in all different aspects, and he's just kind of gone with the flow and taken a really passive stance on life, and that's his biggest regret. I literally watched that and I was like this, because I was looking, or it felt like I was looking at what a lot of us experience. We kind of just conform to the standard or mediocrity in society when we know internally that we are meant for so much more, that we can do so much greater and we can expand, change our lives, change the world an immeasurable amount. Or if we don't know that, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's a new day. A new day has come. The old has gone. It's time to change the way we think, the way we act, and to change our lives, essentially. So in the video of this man, the first thing that really struck out to me is his complacency, essentially. And I think a lot of us struggle with that complacency, just kind of feeling fine where we're at. And about a month ago, I was talking to God and he said to me that the biggest thing that can hold you back from like living your wildest dreams or your best life actually isn't disliking your current life. The biggest thing that holds people back from creating the most amazing thing that they can think of for themselves or for the world is liking their current life so much that they're not actually willing to take that step and change things in their current life to change their life into what they want it to be. Complacency, essentially. Complacency is one of the biggest blocks to moving forward when we feel like, okay, my life isn't as good as I know it could be, or isn't as amazing as I know that other people are changing the world to be, but I'm okay with it, so I'm not going to put any effort to try and make it any better. This mindset needs to change. We need to wake up to the fact that there's things to do, there's businesses to start, there's ideas to flourish, there's different things that we know is for us within our hearts, but we haven't actually put action towards it, maybe because we are comfortable with where we're currently at. And then the other thing that can really hold us back isn't complacency, like we've just talked about, or passivity, where we don't actually go out for these things that we know are meant for us, but it can be a feeling of powerlessness. So maybe we feel like we literally do not have the resources or the means in order to do what we can think of within ourselves for us to do. But I want to encourage us in the fact that you don't need to have everything to get started. You don't need to have everything in order to change your life. Just take a first step. So if you feel like, hey, my marriage needs to completely transform and evolve because that is going to make my life so much better, maybe you and your partner aren't as connected as you want it to be, but you can schedule a meeting with them and talk about that argument that you had a month ago that you know that they're still not over as a first step. If you feel like, oh, I really like this girl, but I just don't have enough confidence to ask her out, okay, don't do that. Maybe you're not ready to ask her out specifically, but you can take a step. Drive to a city that's like 4 hours away where nobody knows you and start asking out women who you find attractive, not to actually go on dates with them, but just get used to the action of asking them out, getting rejected until you feel fine with it. And then when you're ready to take the step to ask out the person that you actually want to be with, you can take that step, but you're not powerless now. If you feel like, I just want to get my body better, I don't feel so well because of my lifestyle and the way that I've been eating and not exercising, but you're not quite confident enough to go to the gym or to go running, take a first step, go on a 10-minute walk. You don't need to go to the gym like 5, 6, 7 times a week. You can literally just go on a once a week walk for 10 minutes as that first step. You are powerful. Or when people say, I can't cook. Come on. We live in an age of YouTube. There are probably millions of free videos that can teach you how to cook. You don't even need to go and buy a book. You don't need to take a cooking class. You just need to go on YouTube and type up a simple meal and watch someone do it and then copy that. Take a first step. Let's say you have a business idea. Or even if you don't have a business idea, you can go online, look at the laws in your country to set up a business. Usually, actually legally setting up a business isn't that expensive. Look at how to do it. Take a first step by literally just creating a company and seeing what you have to do legally to comply with the laws of having a company in that country. And then figure out your business idea later. At least you've actually taken a first step. There's always a first step that you can take, and by taking that first step, you're letting go of those old mindsets and that old limited life, and you're actually moving forward into evolving and creating the life that you actually want to live. Sometimes it's just about taking a step. We don't need to be complacent, and we don't need to act like we're powerless. There is always a first step, even if you have no money. I feel like in most countries, libraries are free. You can go to a free library and read a book about something that you're interested in or something that you want to change about your life. And then the information that you get from that book, you can go and apply it in your life. Get a pen, get a piece of paper and start writing out your dreams, your aspirations, what you're interested in as you scope out and figure out what direction you want to go to next. We need to change our lives. It's time to end the era of not caring enough, not wanting more for ourselves, not pursuing what we actually want to do, not pursuing and becoming the impact that we actually want to make in the world. It's a new era. Wake up. The time is now. So I hope this encouraged you, and I hope that you feel more powerful to at least take a first step in creating the life that you want for yourself. And that first step will lead to a second step. That second step will lead to a third step. And then before you know it, your life will look completely different and more aligned, and hopefully even greater with what you actually dream for yourself and those around you. My name's Yuna. Thank you so much for watching. It's an honor to have shared this small portion of your journey with you.